Hello, I'm Efnan, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and stuff they are sharing around the world. On Newsfeed today, Interpol is on the lookout for a self-proclaimed godman, Nithyananda. How French President Emmanuel Macron orders Israeli security to leave a church in Jerusalem. We take a look at the shocking scale of abuse on Twitter against women politicians in India. And the heartbreaking story of Eddie, who became an official police canine doggo. Interpol has issued a notice to locate the self-proclaimed godman Nithyananda. He fled India after a rape case against him and has only been seen in videos making unusual claims in undisclosed locations. India's police force says they are pushing for Interpol to issue an arrest warrant against him now.
He claims to be the most watched guru on YouTube.
My purpose is to make this statement to the world. Hinduism is real.
But he's also a fugitive fleeing rape charges.
Nithyananda's ashram was raided by the Gujarat police.
Controversial godman Nithyananda may have fled India without a passport.
The self-proclaimed Indian godman Nithyananda has reportedly started an exclusively Hindu country called Kailasha on an island in South America. But wait, who's Nithyananda? Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a Swami, guru or Hindu spiritual leader from Tamil Nadu in India. He claims to have received enlightenment at the age of 12 and started his public life in 2003.
I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience.
He also claims to be an avatar or reincarnation of Sadashiva, a Hindu god.
It's my commitment to all of you. I'll make you experience and manifest Sadashivatva, powers and state and space of Sadashiva.
He has 33 temples, ashrams and gurukulas around the world, including in the US, Canada and Europe, which offer everything from yoga to camps and courses and can cost between $10,000 to $16,000. He boasts millions of followers in 47 countries and says that he's written more than 350 books and healed millions. He also claims to be able to perform miracles, delaying the sun from rising, getting cows to speak in Tamil and Sanskrit, and being able to make people levitate. He's even appointed himself to watch over and safeguard Bill Gates' fortune.
You are God, that's all. All of us are gods.
But in 2010, a sex tape emerged of Nithyananda with a female devotee and former actress. For years, Nithyananda denied it was him on the tape until a forensic lab confirmed that it actually was.
I do not have any lust. 100% I am sure. I do not have any lust.
Then he admitted to being in the video but claimed that he was in a trance. In the same year, he and 5 of his aides were accused of rape by another female devotee in Karnataka, who alleged that she had been raped for more than 5 years under the pretext of spirituality. Nithyananda delayed court proceedings by fabricating an impotency report and filing cases against the victim and witnesses. The case finally went to court in 2018. Nithyananda refused to attend over 40 court hearings. But allegations of him using his spiritual position for sexual abuse are not isolated.
Nithyananda used to make people perform sexual favors for him, and it was an open secret among his close circle of disciples. I have personally witnessed him kissing married women, fondling young girls. I've seen Gurukul kids go into his bedroom at night, the door closed and locked behind them.
In November 2019, police accused him of the kidnapping and abuse of children in an ashram in Ahmedabad and arrested 2 of his managers. After that, a few of his international ex-devotees came forward on YouTube to detail mental abuse, sleep deprivation, and being scammed out of money.
I saw many red flags along the way, but I was too brainwashed to take those warnings seriously.
You know, we weren't sleeping and there was work 7 days a week.
The more money you pay, the bigger the miracle will be. Yeah. It just became like, this is ridiculous.
But others disagreed.
The ideas that come out of that being, I have never even seen a CEO, genius, entrepreneur touch that level of ingenuity. I physically saw Swamiji stop a cyclone.
In late November, it was reported that he'd fled India with an expired passport to avoid arrest. some reports say that he fled through Nepal to Ecuador. The government of Ecuador confirms that he arrived there after fleeing India, but they say he left again after they denied his request for asylum. Soon after, Nithyananda announced the birth of Kailasha. So, what and where is Kailasha? According to Nithyananda's website, it's a borderless nation created for dispossessed Hindus all around the world, who would be free to practice their religion without fear of violence or denigration. News reports suggest that it's on a private island which the guru purchased near Trinidad and Tobago. But how is a religious leader wealthy enough to own an island? According to the Times of India, Nithyananda and his trust own land and property in India and abroad, with some unconfirmed reports suggesting he is worth almost $300 million. Kailasha even has its own flag, national flower, national tree, national animal, national bird, and 3 national languages. According to the website, the country is also issuing passports. Any Hindu or aspiring Hindu is eligible to apply. Kailasha claims to offer universal free healthcare, free education, free food, the revival of a temple-based lifestyle, and seeks to bring attention to the persecution and genocide of Hindus. The website also boasts of the country having its own cabinets, including the Cabinet of Enlightened Civilization, a reserve bank, a university, its own TV channel, and a newspaper called the Nithyananda Times. But we haven't been able to verify whether Kailasha really exists, despite our best attempts at trying. Meanwhile, back in India, the Karnataka government has been given the green light to follow the process for Nithyananda to be deported back to India. But Nithyananda is still publishing videos on his channel and posting on his Facebook page.
Nithyanandeshwari.
And he claims that 4 million people have already applied for citizenship.
Let us go on contributing.
Let's have a look now at some other things that caught our eye on social media. People who aren't used to carrying around bookmarks usually use anything they can get their hands on to mark the page that they left off at. But what about a slice of cheese? Well, apparently someone thought it was a good idea to use this old, discolored slice of cheese wrapped in plastic in the book they were reading. But the Library of the University of Liverpool wasn't having it and took to Twitter to initially express their anger, but then went on to joke about the cheesy incident.
The Jedi and the Republic.
Star Wars The Clone Wars is back and fans are ecstatic about the news. 12 fresh new episodes are set to air on Disney Plus on February 21st. Followers of the show were bummed out when The Clone Wars was unexpectedly cancelled back in 2013 after 5 long seasons. But critics say they'll be making up for the disappointment with the new episodes. The team made the big announcement during a panel discussion in San Diego Comic-Con on the 10th anniversary of the animation.
We wouldn't exist.
It's not every day you see a president get into a row with security personnel. French President Emmanuel Macron was caught on camera scolding Israeli security for violating rules that prevent them from entering the St. Anne Church in Jerusalem, which is considered French territory. Here's the full story.
Go outside, please. Nobody has to provoke, nobody, okay? We know perfectly, everybody knows the rules. I don't like what you did in front of me. Go outside. I'm sorry, but we know the rules. Nobody has to provoke, nobody, okay? We keep calm. Please respect the rules as they are for centuries. They will not change with me. I can tell you, okay?
What do you want? Me to go back to my plane and go back to France? Is that what you want? This is not a method. This is a provocation. That is provocation. It's not a provocation. Please, you stop now. I don't want people with arms in front. No, I'll wait.
Let's go around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Thursday. As the coronavirus continues to spread across nations, face masks are selling out faster than ever. However, an infectious disease expert in Singapore has said not every mask will help in keeping the SARS-like illness away. The public shouldn't rely on the N95 masks and instead opt for a surgical mask, which is thought to help reduce the spread of the virus and are more practical for the public to use. U.S. President Donald Trump has unsurprisingly broke his own record for a president who has tweeted the most in one day. Not shocked, right? The record was set on Wednesday after he tweeted and retweeted 142 times about the Senate impeachment trial and much, much more. Reports say his previous record was 123 tweets in one day, and that was when the House Judiciary Committee approved the 2 articles of impeachment against him. Zimbabwe's doctors have ended a more than 4-month strike over low payments and poor conditions after billionaire Strive Masiyiwa offered to set up a $6.25 million fund. Now, 2,000 doctors are set to get a $300 payment per month to help them with transportation and living costs over a 6-month period. But what happens after that is still unclear. Well, we all know Twitter is an abusive place, and cyberbullying has been an ongoing issue for some time now. But a new report shows that trolling on Twitter can get particularly vicious if you're a woman politician. Hundreds of thousands of tweets sent to 95 female politicians were analyzed by Amnesty International India, and the results are shocking.
We all know that Twitter can be a toxic place on any given day, but a new Amnesty report has found that Indian women politicians are particularly soft targets on the microblogging platform. The 3-month-long study conducted last year found that 1 in every 7 tweets sent to 95 Indian women politicians were abusive. Of these, 20% of the tweets were sexist as well. In all, these women politicians received over 10,000 abusive tweets every single day. They were issued death and rape threats, attacked over their looks, their families defamed, and targeted over their caste and religion. For example, Muslim women politicians received 50% more abuse online than women from other religions. The study also found that women not affiliated to the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP received 56% more abuse online. Critics have often accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of following trolls from his personal account. Mr. Modi has over 50 million followers on Twitter and is the second most followed world leader after Donald Trump. The BJP has been accused of running an online troll army as well, a charge the party has denied. The report paints a grim picture of what it's like to be an outspoken female leader in the world's largest democracy. Amnesty's report shows that Indian women politicians receive twice as much abuse online compared to women politicians in the US and the UK. Many female leaders have said that the abuse is so vicious that they've been forced to curtail their online presence or log off entirely. Critics have called on Twitter to do more to make the platform safer for women instead of just allowing people to report abuse online or block accounts. What makes matters worse is that the country doesn't have a comprehensive law that deals with digital crimes against women, not just staying within Twitter's 280 character limit, but staying within the limits of decorum seems to be a challenge for many trolls in India.
And on Thursday's Animals Doing Stuff, we have this adorable pup named Eddie that has a rather heartbreaking story. Eddie was abandoned and later rescued by an animal control officer who took the pup to the vet where he was diagnosed with cancer. Doctors said he had only 6 to 12 months to live. Eddie was fortunate enough to have a foster mom who created a bucket list for him to enjoy the last moments of his life, and being a police canine was on that list. He was sworn in as an official police canine and spent the day on patrol in his custom-made uniform, and of course made a pit stop at the local donut shop. Well, that's all from the Newsfeed team. Reach out to me with your questions, comments, complaints, and suggestions at F9_Han. You'll find us 24/7 on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow.